well, gotta say, been a funny day, been an old day today. Can you hear everything? Just gonna check, make sure everything's. Oh yeah, I'm there. Just looking on YouTube. So, yeah, I got some. Well, I got the part which goes inside here somewhere. About 30 odd screws to take out to get to where this capacitor goes. Yeah, it's what time is it now? It's just after 8 o'clock, and it's kind of, yeah, it's still a couple of hours probably till sunset. And I thought I'd have natural light coming in rather than stick all the lights on. Yeah, so let's have a look. I think I downloaded some pictures. Just hold on a sec. Oh, you see that there? Does that come up? Oh no, you won't see that because I've not got it on my screen. Just hold on a minute. Just bear with us. Right, so I'm going to switch over to my desktop. Let's get that camera in the right place. Hey! Yeah, it's be quite late over there, won't it, Klaus? Yeah, so can you see that picture okay? I took that, so I took that with my phone this afternoon, and if you look at the C numbers, there's a C219, and that is a new capacitor. And it was a, I tell you what, hey up, hey up, Pat. Yeah, you tuned into me impromptu stream, a bit of a. Yeah, I just wanted to sort of go woohoo because I've managed to fix, almost fix my JP-8000. So while that music's playing in the background a little bit, I don't know whether you can see, but C219, it's the 22 microfarads, 16 volt capacitor. The slightly smaller one next to the slightly larger one. And it looks a mess, but it actually works. Hey up, Mark. Yeah, so, but my goodness, when I got the let's have a look, hold on a sec. Got my little bag today from the there you go, bag of parts, and when I opened the little bag up, it's got this capacitor in. I'll get it out of there now. I have to put it away somewhere. Is that it? Come here. So pack of 5. Obviously there's only 4 now. Tiny little things. I mean, I was quite surprised how small they were. I thought this can't be right. So it's hard to sort of, well, there's my finger. You can see these little, let's put it that way around. And I thought, oh my god, I've ordered the wrong thing here. But if you look at that picture there, it fits. The other picture is, let's have a look, that one there you go. So that's the old capacitor next to my finger. I put my finger next to it for scale. and I thought I was going to struggle. Well, I did. I mean, I did really. My hands were shaking, and they weren't shaking with nerves. Yeah, I've got Spurs, Klaus. For when this one goes wrong, the new one. But yeah, first of all, I thought I might be having trouble. I might have trouble to get the old one out. But it turns out that for whatever reason, it was actually it had already half come out, and that explains why it had broken in the first place. And the underneath of it was kind of green in places, so wherever, you know, the copper on the printed circuit board had I don't know, it had just gone rotten for some reason. But I don't know if you can see, if I just let's make this, I'll just zoom in to 100% on this. I don't know if you can see that or not. Now I'll just get the C219 in the middle of the thing. Right, so I don't know if you can see that, but it is a little bit of a mess. I put some solder, additional solder, onto the pads that were on the circuit board, and then I tinned or put some solder onto the pins, onto the contacts of the, because they're like a surface mount. They're an SMD component, not a through hole. And the one at the bottom here, that was the hardest one because I could hardly get in. I mean, that's just, if that's 5mm there, that's about 3mm, eighth of an inch. And I thought, Jesus Christ! But it took. I did this part first. It took, and then I applied a bit of heat to the other side, and that seemed to take. Although I didn't really know until I put it back together. And or well, not completely back together, but yeah, it works. I got sound out of it, and I thought, wow, amazing. So yeah, I bought it around about the time it came out, probably about a year after it came out. I think there was a band that was famous. I'm trying to think of the band that was sort of like, oh no, I'm thinking of something else. I'm thinking of the Nova. But anyway, yeah, it works of a fashion, and the reason I say that is, but just zoom out a little bit. Oh, you can't see on this one. Let me have a look on the, which one is it now? Oh yeah, that one there. I should have downloaded that one. Let's download that one. Download. Let's shut that a minute. That's Reaper plonking away there. Just going to open up the other picture I just downloaded. Oh no, is it that one? Should have been that one there. Right. Let's just rotate that around a bit. Can I rotate that in here? I use Earth and View, image. How do I rotate it? Edit. Anyway, whatever. But if you just, so that's where the new capacitor is, just there. But I noticed, and I might have done this before actually. I might have changed this battery before. So that's the memory battery, memory backup battery. And I changed it, and when I changed that, everything went a bit pear-shaped. So I ended up putting the old battery back in. I've not got a clue what went on there, to be honest. And then the other thing that's gone wrong with it as well is the pitch bend has stopped working properly. So it was putting the pitch, it was putting it out of tune. So anyway, oh, hiya, Garen. Yeah, thanks, mate. Oh, hiya, Keith. Didn't realise I'll get so many people watching. Yeah, so let's go back to me. So the reason for the stream, let's go back to the right, there you go. Yeah, so me JP-8000 is working. But right, so I need to explain this sound, don't I? What's going on here? I thought, and as you can see me tracks here. I thought, well, while I've got the JP-8000 fixed, which was my first sort of proper synth that I bought after I'd sold all my earlier stuff, because back in the sort of like early 80s, I used to have quite a bit of rolling stuff. I had a Juno 6, I had a SH-101, a TB-303, and a Drummatics. I can't remember what the number is, but it's the drum machine. And yeah, I bought them. I shouldn't really have bought them, to be honest. I couldn't really afford them, and I eventually had to sell them all. So the JP-8000 was kind of the first sort of big purchase to get me back on to producing music again. I did buy something before that, but it was I've still got it actually. I've got a Korg 05RW, which is in my rack at the minute, but I've not got it on today. So going back to what I've got going on here, I thought, well, now that I've got the JP-8000 fixed, I'll also bring into this little thing I've knocked up my Nova. So I've got a Novation Nova and an OB12. The OB12 you can see in the picture. The Novation Nova is in my little rack under me computer. So if I turn off let's turn off, and because I've turned those off, I'll just put this back in the middle, because I just panned them left and right. So nothing, nothing great. But I actually got quite emotional today. I thought I was gonna have a bit of a blob, because it was playing like this, and I thought, oh my god. I mean, and the daft thing is, it's only a virtual analog. You know what I mean? I mean, when they were released back in the day, it was like, yeah, but they're not analog, are they? They're just a virtual analog. And even now, there is that much proper analog stuff out there now that nobody uses this stuff anymore. Why would you, when you can go and get a virtual analog one? Sorry, a fully analog one. But I mean, back in the day, these weren't cheap. I mean, I have to get the receipt. I've still got the receipt for all of these, but I think the JP-8000 was about 1,100, something like that, 1,100-1,200 quid. Yeah, back in 1997, something like that. 90. Yeah, it was before my dad passed away in 97, and I bought it just before he passed away. And then after that I bought the Novation Nova. That was about 850 quid. So, another one that wasn't quite so cheap. And then the Oberheim OB12, which isn't an Oberheim. It's a Viscount. So, but the Viscount bought the Oberheim badge, and they made that lovely sort of. I think it looks great. I like the look of me. I'll be sad when that finally goes. But anyway, so yeah, so I've got all three of my virtual analog synths going. Let's go back to yeah. So and I need to. I've got to remember how to learn how to use this again. It's been a while since I've used it, because literally as soon as it broke, when did it break now? I think I've got everything up into this room, and shortly after I was getting set up in here, it broke. It went quiet, and the sound was distorted. And that's when I did some research online, and that's how I found out what the problem was. Well, what I hope the problem was, and it turned out to be that's what the problem was. So yeah, I could start messing with this, but literally, it's it's got 2 oscillators, it's got 1 filter, it's got a VCA. What can I say? As I said, it's nothing. It's only virtual. I say only. It doesn't. Sounds okay. The oscillates. The filter really resonates. So, I mean, you can get some pretty wild stuff out of it, I suppose. What else can this thing do? We can... so you can tune the second oscillator. It can go so it's in sync. Well, 0 there, plus 12, plus 24. It'll go minus 12. Ooh, that sounds a bit minus 24. Yeah, so you've got different waveforms you can select. For instance, on the oscillator 1, which is the one that has the most sort of, I don't really can see that very well. Now it's going a bit darker. So it has like a super saw, and in fact, I suppose I might as well. There's a balance knob here, so that's all OSC 1. That's all OSC 2. So with the super saw, you have 2 controllers. One is for detune and one is for the mix. I'm not too sure. Again, I'll take the manual. So if I just turn those right down, we can detune the super saw. The super saw, it's a couple of saws. It's like a unison thing, I think. Ah, I see. Yeah. So if I bring the mix up, so that's the full super saw. Then you can detune like that. Oh, it's nice, isn't it? I'm trying to. So what I've got to remember is so this is a preset. Although I have messed around with it. I've had to disable the bend range because for some reason that's gone. Which I'm not too bothered about. I'm not going to use this as a performance machine. But yeah, so you can detune the super saw. There's a triangle that can tune. Again, I got on what these means, but it says offsets and LFO 1 depth. So let's turn the LFO rate up. So you'll probably hear that. So if I just make that a bit slower, the LFO. So yeah, it offsets the triangle. I mean, perhaps it does that with the wave. I've got no idea. I've got to hit the manual. Got to hit the manual again. There's some noise. That so as well as you've got your filter there, you can do a certain amount of, so the controls for the noise, you've got cut-off frequency and resonance. Yeah. Feedback oscillator. No idea. So here you've got harmonics and feedback amount. So I'll just put the harmonics up. Alright, okay. Yeah, so it's it's got some yeah, it's got some nice interesting things going on. What else? Oh yeah. Then it's got a square wave, which is pulse width and then pulse width modulation. So that's changing the pulse width. And the nice thing about this one is that when you put it fully to the thinnest pulse, it doesn't disappear. Because on the modular, it's a proper square wave pulse that it gets that narrow that it just literally just disappears. So it doesn't quite disappear on this. And then you've got the PWM depth, which will be controlled by the rate of the oscillator, the LFO, or controlled by the LFO. Right. So that's nice. And then you've got a simple saw, which you control then the shape. So that's just a straight saw. So there's the shape. Very subtle change there, I guess. And LFO depth again. And then the last wave is a triangle, which again you can change in the shape. So that's just a straight triangle. That's the change of the shape, changing the shape with that one. And then again, that's the LFO depth, so you can have it changing following the LFO. Yeah, so that's OSC1, and then OSC2. Not much to choose on this one. We can, as I said, we can tune it. It's got a sync option. So I'm assuming that syncs it to oscillator 1. And we've got 3 waveforms. So at the moment it's on the square wave, which is pulse, when you can change the pulse width. Yeah. And then you've got the pulse width modulation, which again must be controlled via the LFO. That'll be the route for that. And then you've got a straight saw, which you can't do anything to that, and then a straight triangle. So not a sine in sight, not a sine wave. How sad. So, and then you can balance the oscillator. Oscillator 1, oscillator 2. So it doesn't have to be all one or the other or whatever. Both. You can have more oscillator 2 or more oscillator 1. I don't know. Well, one thing I've got to get into now, actually, once I've broke the manual out, is get automation in Reaper, changing things like the oscillator amounts, the balance. You can change, obviously, all the other, I'm hoping so anyway, use MIDI automation to control all the other parameters. So, what can I say? Other than that's it, I suppose. Let's bring everything else back in for what it's worth. And I put those off centre, didn't I, a little bit? There you go. JP-8000 fixed. That was quite, I mean, that is actually quite simple compared to this. This can be a little bit of a beast, to say the least. Yeah, it's only got 2 oscillators again, but some of the routing options are a little bit deeper, I think, on the OB12. And again, I've already set something up so I can automate some of this via MIDI. And the thing that you can't see is the Novation Nova. Have I got any photographs of that? Suppose I could risk putting my webcam down there. Let's have a look. Don't know whether you're about to see that or not. Let's go to. Well, I've only got. It's only that little thing. There you go. So there's the. Let me get that upright. Wait, trying to get it in the middle of the. So that's the Novation Nova. There. My sound card. And then my drum machine and my effects unit is off. And then just above that, I've got my Motu Microlight, which is a 5-channel, a 5 MIDI input and output interface. So that's how I get most of me stuff to the MIDI to the MIDI instruments. And then the other thing is just over to the, you can't quite see it there. That's me. That's not on again. That's me 05RW. So that's it. Let's go back to that. So I'll put the webcam back. So if I click on, let's have a look at, I'll probably have to add another track for this, I guess. I'll just show you very, very quickly how I can. So if I go, call that Nova CC, whatever. And I've created a number of JS, simple JS effects. So if I click on the double, let's open the filter. And I'll just isolate. That's not. That's not. Oh well, actually, it would help if I put that onto there. Yeah. So the beauty of that is, now that I've got that installed or an instance on my track there, if I go to this view. Yeah, they're pretty good with pads as well. Yeah, I should probably show it off a little bit more, as this is supposed to be a stream about the JS. Sorry, about the JP-8000. I'll probably not. I tell you what, let's not bother with the other stuff. Let's just bring in the. If we just go to, let's just rewind that a sec. I'm just going to a point where the volume is up fully. So for the start of the stream, I had it fading in gradually. So there you go. Let's have a look through some of these not the user presets. Well, any presets, I suppose. What I don't like, one thing I don't like about this is you've got to. There's the way you go up the preset banks. You've got up and down, which goes up in like a bank, and then you've got eight presets you can select within those banks, and you've got a user bank and then a standard, like your normal non-writable Roland preset. So let's go up to those. So they're called P for some reason. And this probably... Because these are unchanged, I bet you any money that if I just set, there's an arpeggio on this one. So let's just do a simple C to C. If I change upper and lower now, it changes pitch because for some reason I'm not too sure why it's changing it, even though I've just changed the upper and lower. Because what I should also explain. Let's turn that off. You've got a performance and a patch. So the performance is a collection of two different patches, and then the patches are just like a single noise. So if we go into patch mode, and then I'm on lower at the minute, and if we just change the keyboard mode to single, in fact what I'll do as well is I'll just turn the bend range off by going completed, so that's right, so at least we've got no pitch bend on there now. I can never play arpeggios. You've got to be right on time with on these. I don't know if it's like a common thing, but unless you get your timing bang on when you got the arpeggio section going, it just all goes to pot. So yeah, so I'm in the lower section at the minute. Let's turn off arpeggiator. So now that I'm in patch mode, I can select a different patch. So the first, that there are just a lot of bass tracks or a bass patch at the that's obviously it's legato, so it's a mono patch. So, and then because I've gone up 1, 2, 3 up to 8, if I then just go up now for the next set, for the next bank of patches, it's still on 8, so it doesn't go back to 1. So you've got to go 1. If you're trying to find something, you're trying to go through them systematically. So some more bases. Forgive me playing. It's quite quiet then, isn't it? I think that's as loud as it's going to go. Is it quiet? Just looking on OBS. Yeah, a bit quiet, but whatever. So yeah, some bases. So I suppose they're supposed to. It's called bass pedals, this one. So I suppose it's like your Taurus, your Moog Taurus pedal. Whatever. MC202 bass. Rubber SH2. An early Roland keyboard, I would imagine. So up another one. Raging bass. Blipper bass. JP-8000. Rave time. Doesn't do it for me, that one. Fretless bass. You still with me? Good. Thanks for stopping. What next? Right, okay. Digi-Strat. So it's supposed to be an electric guitar. Oops. Next, Firewire. Prof-like Clavit. Go up another one. It's got a ribbon on this, but the ribbon's broke as well, so doesn't do what it used to, unfortunately. Gino Clav. Gritty Power. Actually, what I should say as well is, which actually does make a difference, I guess, I've got my usual software reverb and delay on here at the minute. So I'm kind of cheating a little bit because it's not it's not that great. The effects on this is okay, but just about okay. And what I do anyway, I prefer to use my software effects, as I probably said before, so I generally turn all the effects off. Also, because I've only got a certain number of inputs on my sound card, I'm only coming out of the left channel on all of my hardware synths. So I don't control, or I don't have any stereo niceness coming out of my hardware synths, because I prefer to add it in my software. So I just thought I'd better explain that. Separate ways, whatever that is. There's velocity on this, but no aftertouch. So just velocity sensitive keys. I think it's aftertouch on this one, but not on this one. Got to keep the price down somehow. 4 RPS. Don't know what this means. Bread and butter. Silk fifths. Ancient Asia. Intervallic. Squared away. Urek. Velosyncoid. Nah. Resonance chord. Resor release. Whoa. Been a while, been a long time since I've played with these. Waspy synth. Euro soap. Dance sweep. High pass filter. Go up another one. Trance food. Trance food? Don't know. Don't know anything about trance, so. One shot reso. Yeah, the fat guy. That's me. Spit brass. Oh yeah, okay. Okay. Polysync. Rave 5th. UK Shorty. Yeah, okay, whatever. Old Roads. Oh, I should say, is it 8-voice polyphonic? I think it's 8-voice polyphonic. Sorry, check the chat. What I've been sat on? I've been sat on something. Get over there, you. It's off the West Pest. Right, okay. What else? So that was the Old Roads. Let's go up another one. Whirly Piano 1. So there must be a number 2 as well. I'm not a piano player, as you know. So I'm just dicking about on the black notes. Whirly Piano 2. Moody Organ. Oh, so this is called Org Rotary Ribbon. Well, the ribbon doesn't work, so nah, broke. VK09 Perk Echoes. Sine lead. Sine? There's no signs on this. Where's that come from? Unless it's just shaped one of the other ones. But anyway, sine lead. Oh, yeah, okay. Probably just be filtering and what have you. Yeah. Wichita lead. Creamy. Oh, it's a mono one, this. Like a lead sound. Go up another one. Nearly finished, actually. Smoothie. Another mono lead. Soaring Mini. And it's a legato preset, so if you hold a note, it doesn't re-trigger the filter until you take your finger off, and then it re-triggers the filter. Ribbon feedback lead. Well, yeah. Yeah, okay. Sup Jup lead. So all these ones seem to be like mono leads. Modular lead. Ooh. Oh, so this is like your Keith Emerson thing, isn't it? What's that? Is it Lucky Man? I should know really, but Emerson, Lake and Palmer. Synchro Solo. Nothing to do with me. Ripper. So velocity comes into that. Hit it nice and light and you get a mellower sound. Phantom lead. I think that's it. Let's just see. Oh, wait a minute. Ah, oh my goodness. Forgot about that. So you've got a an A and a B bank. So it's like it's perhaps when you go up these, they're not banks as such. So it's got an A and B bank, and then you've got to go up the in batches of 8. So now I've gone on to, so this is B11. Whammy mammy. Now then. This rings a bell, this. I think I used to, but I used to use this with the, yeah, it's kind of all gone to pot now. It was a good one, that. Yeah, I used that. I played that live. What it was with that band called Flesh Resonance. There's a video of theirs still online on the YouTube. It's called Welcome Exile. So if you Google Flesh Resonance Welcome Exile, that's this thing. Yeah. Anyway, Wicked lead. So lots of leads at the minute. Dreyful DR Doctor. Interesting. Wiggle mod. Feedback lead. Crunch. Right, okay. Let's just check the pitch bend range. Let's clear that. See if that makes a difference. Interesting. Chaos lead. I mean, some of these sound a bit mad, but I tell you what, there's more usable patches on this than this. This has some really mad sounding stuff that you just can't use, really. Okay, Well, you can use it, but I think it's pretty awful. Anyway, out of control. Yeah, let's go up another one. So smoothie. These ring a bell. These. I thought we'd already done a smoothie. And soaring mini. I don't understand this. Oh, right, okay. Wait a minute. Bang, 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 bang. Wait, we've gone through all these. So that's B. Oh. Do you know what? I must have hit by mistake. I must have gone back down instead of up. What a plonker. I thought they were the same. So let's go through these very quickly again. Yeah, let's go up. Oh, here we go. I must have gone down instead of up. What a wally. So these are a bit more paddy, aren't they? Debussy, this one's called. BPF Velo strings. So presumably the velocity has a... Probably a bit quiet, really. So, yeah, how we going? You alright? Sticking in there. Let's go through a few more of these. Detuned strings. So yeah, definitely more sort of pads up this end. Juno B81 pad. Richland. Let's go up one. Mod strings. Probably needs some stuff going on down at that end which is broke. Jupiter pad. Soft strings. Oh, that's nice. As it says, soft strings. Shangri-La, whatever. Fine wine. Yeah, it's like your wine glass thing. Glue pad. True pad. Ooh, that's a claim, isn't it? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I like that one, I suppose. Foreboding. Alright, okay. Yep. Up one. Screecher. BPM Pulse 1. Oh, these might be some sort of like stranger ones. BPM Pulse 2. High Pass Pulse. How are you? Remember this one? Sample and Hold Me. Oh, I can tell what's coming here. Yeah. Yep. MKS80 space. Nice. Arctic Sweep. Replicant. Replicant CS. So I wonder what that is. CS80 perhaps. It's not that good, is it? You'd want a bit of detuning on one of the oscillators, wouldn't you, really, if it was to be a replicant? So Stargate. You bored yet? Lost in Time. Bit of a strange one. Oh, sorry, Mark. Yeah, that's missed. I'll have to sit down if it's actually middle. The knees are killing. We couldn't find Welcome Exile. That's interesting. I bet you I can find it. Flesh. Resonance. Welcome Exile. Now there's two versions of this because they'll have you put up the original one. Like, what, how long ago? 17 years ago? My God. Won't be. Let's have a look. Yeah, there'll be a link here for the. Oh no, I think it's left this. Have a look. There'll be a link for the. Oh, there isn't, is there? Let's have a look. Oh, he's done an absolute load of stuff. Just bear with us. Videos. Can you search? I think you could search. Let's go oldest. This is a nice slight diversion, isn't it? Nice and quiet. 12 years. So it was after that. Yeah, so Tony, who's the bass player in this Flesh Resonance band, he uploaded a 240 pixel one. And I said, what have you done that for? I've got one here that's like twice that. So he then uploaded, I passed that on to him and he uploaded the slightly better version. But why can't I find it? Why can't I find it? Come on, just bear with us. Just talk amongst yourselves. Now then, it would have been, so up to 6 years ago. Would it be in the last 6 years or sort of like that? No. Failing here, aren't I? Let's do a search again on that. So if we go to that one, where did I make that comment? So I commented on his page on when? 3 years ago. Ah, right. So that gives an idea. So I need to go videos. I mean, this guy's uploaded like 1.7k videos. He uploads regular. Latest. Let's go back 3 years, 9 months. Oh my god. Yes. 1 year ago. Um, 2 years ago. Nearly there, nearly there. You getting bored yet? Because I might have to pack this in. Oh, I'm up to 3 years ago now. 3 years ago. I could have sworn it. I'm sorry. I'm surprised it hasn't come up in the search. Come on. Oh no, that's 4 years ago now. Yeah. Should have just played the other track, shouldn't I, while I was searching for this. It's not, he kind of took it down, surely. Oh, there it is. Got it. Got it. Right. So, copy. You ready? Ready for this? Yeah, where was I? So while you're watching that, it's going dark now, isn't it? It's getting all grainy. Lost in time, that was. Yeah. Circular. We're nearly done with these anyway. Space Choir. High pass sweep. Yeah, that's a high pass sweep, is it not? BPF Tides. This is band pass. Quite Tangerine Dreamy sort of thing, that. Trying to think of the is it Phaedra? Matrix Sweep. So this would be a Nobelheim thing, I would imagine. Clone. MKS-80 bells. Yeah, very bells. Tiny bells. Chimey. Yeah. So, I mean, from the waveforms I was going through before, there's obviously other stuff going on in here, like cross modulation, ring modulation, that sort of thing. I've not even touched on that. So there'll be a little bit of that going on. Juno ARP. Oops. Yeah, whatever. Sonar ping. Well, yeah. Sonar ping. Air harp. Not hair harp. Air harp. Velocity FX perks. Okay, so starting to get a bit mad now, I guess. Yeah. Quizzled. Yeah, so they do all the normal stuff right up front so you don't get this stuff early on and go, what the chuffing hell's this? Intermittent. Yeah, well. Brain static. So, I mean, I might take the piss, but now that I'm hearing this, I'm thinking, where could I use that? For some of that high-pitched stuff. Yeah. Computone. Oh, yeah. Interesting. Pin matrix. Oh, right, okay. That's bound to be mad. If you know what a pin matrix is. Space cheese. Yeah, okay. Rough day. The Etruscan, full stop. Perhaps it was better than that before I broke it. Veres. Yeah, there may be. Perhaps I think there are problems with this keyboard or with the. Yeah, I've probably broken something somewhere. Let's take pitch bend off. Wonder if that'll make a difference. Oh, there you go. Yeah, so there's something wrong with this pitch bend down here. I've broken it. I'll have to take off 24 screws, hold the base on. Can't be bothered. Pipe dream. So yeah, interesting, I guess. And then Meteor, nearly at the end here, only a couple left. That's a meteor going past. That's what they always. If you've ever heard a meteor going past, that's what they sound like. Yeah. Snowman. Again, let's get rid of. What I'm doing here is I'm unassigning the pitch bend, because you can the pitch bend range. So you click on pitch bend range, the pitch bend range light flashes. You click on right and it clears out the pitch bend, which made no difference whatsoever. But again, you know, something usable there perhaps. Space Coast. Nearly there. Ozone. So a bit more sort of ethereal, if you like. Up this end. Cool a little. Yeah, okay. Electro Gulls. I think I used this on one of my tracks I did back in 2000-ish. Remember doing this. Remember using this one somehow. Yeah, anyway. And then these last two here, I don't know. There's template 1 and template 2. I don't know what they're. I'm not too sure what they're supposed to be. I'd have to check the manual. Template, because the basic patch, perhaps, don't know. So, but as well as all that lot, and I won't go through. So you've got like all those. If we go right back here, you've got. So you've got A and B on your P banks, and then you've got 8. So it can go. So it can go from A80 to B80. It's only, so that's 8 times 8, 64. So 64, 128. So there's 128 out of the box presets or patches. And then you've got 128 user. So you've got UA. Now I don't think there's a UB, so let me just have a look at that. Oh yeah, there's a UB as well. Yeah, okay. Now, something, yeah, I think so. If you reset back to factory conditions, one thing that I liked about the JP-8000 compared to my other 2 virtual analogs is that the user presets are an absolute mirror of the presets, or the out of the box, the ones that you can't write over. And I thought that was quite clever, because it meant that you could what's the best way to explain this? I think it allowed for more sort of research or experimentation, should I say, to try and develop your own from scratch rather than using, well, that's where I felt anyway. I just thought, well, I've already got that in the P's, so I'll just change this to suit myself. So you've got a total of. You've got 128, 128, so that's what, 256. So you've got 256 presets that you can use on here. and that's in patch mode. And then you've got performance, and I think you've got, I won't bother checking, but I think you've got 120. I think you've got 64 performances. Let's have a check. Let's go back to performance. So you've got P11 up to P18, then you go up. So you've got P21 to blah blah, P. Yeah. So you've only got 8 times 8, so that's 64 performance presets. And a performance consists of, you can have the different modes, so single, dual, and split. So single is it will just play. So, but depending on whether you've got upper or you've got 2 buttons here, one for upper, one for lower. If it's in split mode, for instance, so you could play one patch down this end of the keyboard, and you can change the split point, and then you can play another patch up this end of the keyboard. So yeah, it's all good stuff. Dual is where the whole keyboard triggers both patches at the same time. So if you want something even more complex, you could put together 2 quite lush pads to get an even lusher pad, if you know what I mean. So yeah, it's a lovely synth. It's a lovely synth, and I'm glad that I've managed to get it back going again. Yeah, and that's it, I think. What time is it? How long have we been streaming? How long have we been talking? Nearly 1.5 hours. So in a way, if I stop now, it'd be a short one, wouldn't it? But I think it was right. I've probably gone over the top, really. But for whoever else comes in later on, they can probably go through all this and listen to the different presets, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, that sort of thing, Milo. Yeah, so you can play like a pad on one side and then like a lead on the other side. So pad with the left, lead with the right, that sort of thing. Or yeah, it's a good performance keyboard. When I say performance, for people who can actually play and get the best out of the different keyboard modes, it's good for that as well. For me, homegrown. I'm just showing off me 8. Oh, when did you come in? Sorry, I didn't miss you on chat. Goodness. Yeah, I didn't see you come in, mate. Sorry. Yeah, so what was I saying? Yeah, I will not be using it to perform with. I mean, it could be you could get a desktop version. I think it was the JP-8000? So the JP-8000 was the keyboard version, and I think the JP-8080 was a desktop version without the keyboard. And I could get away with a desktop version now, except, well, I'm not going to get a desktop version, am I? I wouldn't even know where to get hold of a desktop one. So I'm using it as like a desktop synth. So I'll be playing it like you heard when I started off. Let's try and find a decent patch again. Let's play out with a bit of crap. And let's put a so that's just Stepic. Let's find a better so let's go to patch mode. We'll go to single, and let's find a these are really bass patches, really. Let's find something that's a bit more less basic. Just faffing with things. Oh, right, okay, yeah. So they're still knocking around then. It doesn't surprise me because I mean mine's still going. This is like what 2023 now. Bloody hell! And I got this around about 1997. That's 26 years ago. So I've had this for 26 years, there or thereabouts, give or take. Stepic is cheating, isn't it? No, I've had it 26 years, Milo. I mean, I've been doing music on and off since about 1982, something like that. I haven't got any of that stuff left from 1982. Just my guitar, my acoustic guitar, which I was showing off. Was it last week? Yeah. So. Yeah. So Stepic. Oh, what was the thing before? Was I was going to add a. No, I can't. I need to get going, really, don't I? I've bored you enough already. How you done? You're right. Yeah, this. I don't know how long you've been here, Don, but the JP-8000, the whole purpose of this like impromptu live stream, it's going very dark now, isn't it? Tell you what, let's I'm gonna close my window, close my blind, and I'll lock it as well. Close the blind a bit. And I'll put my big light on. But it's not quite so big. There you go. Just dropped in, yeah, right, okay, so the history then of, well, the reason why I've set up this this afternoon or this evening was purely because the JP-8000 had broke. It developed a fault whereby it was very quiet and whatever noise did come out of it was distorted. So I did some research and found out that it was a known problem. So a capacitor had basically broken, blown up or whatever. What I think had happened actually, so when I took my capacitor off, let me just go to let's put up a few more pictures again like I did before. So which one is it? I need to go to let's go to my desktop. Yeah, so and I'll zoom right in. Oops. That'll do it, yeah. Come out a bit. you can probably see my goddamn awful soldering. So C219 basically had literally come off the circuit board, because when I thought I was going to have to heat it up to get it off, and I didn't. It just virtually fell off as I started to poke around with a flat screwdriver. At the weekend, so after I'd recorded my last live stream, so the one on Saturday, it was Milo's fault, because Milo was saying get your JP-8000 sorted out. So I went online and I ordered some capacitors. So I've got 5 altogether. One of them's in my JP. And surprisingly, it worked. I couldn't believe it. I was almost, I'd got quite emotional in my little studio here. I was almost blubbing. Because, I mean, they're not great, you know, compared to what's around nowadays with your iridiums and your hydras and all that sort of stuff. It's a very, very simple, very, very basic synth, but you know, it makes a noise. So what more can you ask for? It's a little box that makes a noise. So yeah, that's why I thought, well, I'll start up me. So let's go to another one here. Is that no, it's not that one. Oh yeah, that's the old capacitor. So just to get a bit of scale as to what I was dealing with, that's the capacitor that I had to replace. And I never realised my hands were so shaky until I come to put that in. Oh, my hands are terrible now. I haven't got a steady hand at all. So yeah, and then I thought, well, rather than just power up my Jupiter, sorry, not Jupiter, my JP-8000, I thought I've got 2 other virtual analog synths. I've got the OB12, which is it's not an Oberheim, it's a Viscount. So that's that blue. Oops, that's that blue one there. So it's called an Oberheim, but it's really a Viscount, whatever. The 5, honestly, it was pennies. They're not that expensive at all, to be honest. That's why I bought a complete bag of stuff, so I could get me the amount to a point where I would get free shipping. I'm murder for that. I don't like paying for shipping. So I've got a load of stuff there now. I'm going to make some stuff for me modular. I need some buffered multiples. So yeah, so they're spare, because it'll probably go again. Who knows? But yeah, pennies, Klaus, pennies. Yeah. And then the Novation Nova, as I was showing that before, so I might as well do it again. Move me for Don. You still here, Don? Oops, I'm trying to get my webcam. There's a caught there. Just put my webcam down to where you can see down there. Let's go back to desktop. So it's not focusing in very well, but let's come back a little bit because it's dark. Oh, there you go. So that the lights at the top, that's the Novation Nova at the top, and then I've got a couple of Octacapture audio devices down the bottom underneath that. So yeah. webcam back. I tell you what, Don, you literally, I was about to log off. So yeah, you nearly missed it. You'd have had to have watched from the beginning for what it's worth. And so, I mean, you're familiar with Stepic, so I've got three. Well, everyone is nowadays, aren't they? I've got three Stepics going on with some sort of random pattern. Playing the Nova, the OB12, and the JP-8000. So, like, sort of instant ambient, sequency type stuff. Yeah. Oh well. That's gone much better than I thought. What a lovely night. What time is it as well? Oh, it's yeah, it's not quite bedtime yet. Yeah, but so I'm trying to remember, Don. What have you got? Because have you got some of the boutique stuff? I don't know what they're called because I've not really looked into it. But no, I think I remember you telling me on Discord. I remember you telling me, but I can't remember what it was. It was one of the big Roland keyboards, isn't it? Is it the Phantom or something like that? Yeah, what a crap memory I've got to tell you. yeah, Stepic's lazy mode. Ah, that's right. Sorry, yeah, the Jupiter XM. Yeah, I remember you saying now, because I think we were talking about was it one of the new Jupiter little modules that had come out? Not module, little desktop synth that had come out a couple of months ago, and we were talking about whether it would use stuff off the cloud. So yeah, that's nearly midnight, Klaus. Yeah, sorry mate, I need to get off, don't I really? But yeah, SH4D, that's the one. Yeah, that's the one. Done. SH4D. Yeah. So yeah. Should we fade this out gently? I'll just fade the two. Yeah, that's right. We were talking about. I remember that. Yeah. Oh, I can't. I've got to drop these down here, haven't I? Let's go back to that one there. So this is just the Roland now. I love this stuff, and so the intention is I'll be controlling all of the stuff that I can via Reaper with MIDI automation. Ah, dear, dear me. Right, that's everything gone on there. Now I can turn that off and just say, okay, you're talking about other stuff, yeah, yeah, other role. There's some good. There's some good. They have some good boutique stuff, don't they? With the little boxes with a little keyboard you can attach at the bottom. But yeah, I've not bothered with any of those. They just add up, don't they? It's a bit like modular. You can just get lost in those sort of things. Like that West Pest that I got. I want the East Beast now and the Tiger. Um, that Tiger looks brilliant. Uh, by Pittsburgh Modular. Looks like I watched a couple of videos on it and I thought, that'd be nice. About 600 quid. Uh, oh, you're still here, Garen. Cheers, mate. Well, you know what? I used to have I've said this before, earlier at the start of the stream. I used to have an SH101 and a TB303 and I remember now, I think it was the TR606. So the TR606 was the dramatics and the TB303 was the baseline. So and back then, so we're talking 82-ish, they were CV and gate. So, you know, I had to sell them though. I mean, it would have been great if I could have kept hold of them, but I needed the money. We had to do up the house. So, and I shouldn't really have bought them in hindsight. But I mean, it kept me off. It kept me off onto synths. Although I've always been into synths. I've always been into synthesizer music. But that kicked me off into thinking, well, I can probably do this. And it took me 20 odd years to get to the point where it's anywhere near good. But yeah, that's what kicked me off. Yeah, it's okay, Garen. It's been a long one again. I've done a long stream. I only meant to be on for about an hour, and it's now we're an hour and 45 minutes. So yeah, it was it was a squelchy thing, wasn't it? The SH101. I mean, that was what it was famous for, like the squelchy, resonant bass sounds, and with it being a little sequencer as well. I mean, I used to also use it for sequencing the SH101 because it was CV and gate, and I also had a Geno 6 as well. So I used to use the bass line to sequence both the SH101 and the Geno 6. So yeah, lovely days. I might have I should have a photograph somewhere. I'll have to dig out that photograph and stick a copy of it on the Discords, because it was back in the day when my wallpaper was hanging off the wall because there was damp in the house. Middle terraced. Yeah, those were the days. Yeah, that's looking it's looking good, that RD6, Garen. Yeah, except it's so purple. Yeah, some people like purple. My missus would love that. Bloody hell, I'm waffling on here. There's not even any music going. I'm going to say goodbye because it's 9:45. I'm usually in bed for 9:30ish. So, oh, that Node Lead A1, that was a good one as well, yeah. Yeah. Oh dear. I have got to go. So thank you very much to everybody who dropped into this little bit of an impromptu mad thing. You've made me day again, and I'll catch you around. Cheers. How do I stop this again now? Yeah, Night Dawn, Night Milo, Geren, Klaus, Homegrown, if you're still here. Davy. Who else have we got? Not sure if I missed anybody else. If I've Mark was here as well. Yeah, it's been a good night. Keith. Keith was here as well, yeah, Keith. And Pat. Nearly forgot Pat. Oh dear. Yeah. Okay, end broadcast. Right. Now, let's go to the outro screen just to make it, stay posh.